Let me know if you've heard this before. You buy your first gun, then you get the itch to buy another and another and another and another, and all of a sudden you look up and you have 20 different guns and you shoot almost none of them. Well, if that's you, I'm here to tell you, you made a big mistake. And I made that same mistake when I just started out in firearms. Too many guns. Too many guns? You may say that's total blasphemy, but I'm here to tell you it is not. I'm going to share with you my top 5 reasons why you should not buy too many guns. Stop buying guns. We all buy too many of them, including me and including you. Let's get to it. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you did not already know, my name is Jay Costa, and I'm just a red-blooded American patriot living behind enemy lines here in the state of New Jersey. If you get value after watching this video, please hit that like button down below and also consider subscribing. We are building a tight-knit community here of like-minded individuals. You can see it in the comment section down below. Check it out. Who live in New Jersey as well as other blue states like it, where we're always fighting for our Second Amendment rights. So if that interests you, intrigues you, hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on our weekly videos. But in this video, I'm gonna share with you my top 5 reasons why buying too many guns is a big mistake. I'm gonna go over why I think buying gun after gun after gun is actually going to hold you back in your Second Amendment journey when it comes to training and things like that, and share with you what I would do differently if I can go back in time when I just bought my first gun, hopefully to help you not make the same mistake that I did. So first, let's go back to 2016. I bought my first gun, and that was this one, a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 compact. It just came out to compete with the Glock 19, and I like to be different. I have an Android, I mean, you get the idea. But you know, I went back to my house, started watching a lot of YouTube tactical YouTubers out there, and they all had Glocks, and I felt really left out. So, you know, everyone needs a Glock 19 in their collection. So Glock 19 added to the collection right there. But the more I got into Glocks, the more I liked them. I didn't know they had two-tone Glocks. So, you know, I had to pick up this one. I had to pick up a two-tone Glock 17 with an OD frame. Glock has a really cool new Gen 5 version out there, but I already have a 19 and a 17. Let's go with the long boy, the Glock 34. No one likes those finger grooves anyway, and I'm gonna get into competition shooting one day, so may as well pick it up now. But you know what? Forget the Tupperware, forget the polymer frames. Let's get a big, chunky CZ SP01 all metal handgun. You know, that's all really cool, but maybe I just need a little plinker. You know, ammo prices are up, and you know, just to be able to afford shooting a little bit more, get something in a 22 round, I could give it to my daughter one day anyway, so it's basically free. Does this sound familiar to you at all? I'm sure it does, because I didn't even realize it. I looked up and I had 7 different handguns. The problem is though, I barely shoot any of them. I shoot 1 or 2, because you can only shoot 1 gun at a time, more or less. You can only carry 1 gun at a time, more or less, especially here in the state of New Jersey. But I got so caught up, it was like a never-ending cycle. I was addicted to buying handguns. And to be fair, what made it even worse and allowed it to snowball even more is how the state of New Jersey actually handles handgun purchases. So in order to get 1 handgun, you need to apply for what's called a permit to purchase a handgun. Every time you want to buy a handgun, you need to go through the whole process. An application, a background check, fingerprints, references need to be checked. So if you're gonna go through all of that trouble, you're not gonna just apply for 1, you're gonna apply for as many as they allow you to, which is 3. These are only good for 6 months, I believe. Every time you want 1 handgun, you apply for 3 and you end up with 3, right? That's just what happens, because they expire and it's like, hey, I have this piece of paper that's allowing me to buy a handgun in the state of New Jersey. I ain't gonna let it go to waste, I'm buying a gun. So I blame New Jersey for the fact that I have so many wasted handguns here. But the bottom line is, the more guns that I bought, the more unhappy I was. And that brings me to reason number 1, that you should not be buying too many guns, and that is the money, the cost. So we all have a budget that we have to work with to varying degrees, and guns are expensive, even the more affordable ones, right? A Glock is like $500. You look at all these, this 7 handguns here, there's thousands of dollars of handguns here. That money, as well as time, could have been way more efficiently used in my Second Amendment journey, let's call it, with training and ammunition. Because instead of training and shooting, I was buying. Now, if you're a collector, that's one thing, but I'm not a collector. I don't want my guns to sit in a safe. Actually, it pisses me off when they sit in a safe. I want my guns to be used as the tools that they were made to be. And when I'm not using them like that, it really bothers me, and frankly gives me a little bit of anxiety, because I feel like I'm just not using it to its full potential. Reason number 2 why buying guns, or buying too many guns, is a big mistake is the accessories. Now, this is a very overlooked part of buying guns, and that is, okay, for instance, you buy one gun, that means you want to put one light and one optic on it, right? And that's not even including getting a slide milled or anything like that. But what if you have two guns? Then you need two optics and two lights. And what if you have 3 and 5 and 7 and 12? You get the idea. So the more guns you have, the harder it is to actually equip them with the accessories that you feel like you need in order to protect yourself effectively. Reason number 3 why you shouldn't buy too many guns is the training. So instead of spending all of your money on both guns as well as the accessories, put it towards training, because when you have too many guns, you end up being an owner of many, but a master of none. Quite simply, the more guns you have, the more time and energy and resources and money it's gonna take to train yourself effectively to handle all of them. Reason number 4, and this is overlooked as well, but if you have kids in the house like I do, you're gonna feel what I'm saying, is storage and safety. If you only have one gun, you have to worry about where that one gun is, safety-wise, keeping them away from kids. If you have 7 of them, 10 of them, 12 of them, you have to worry about the storage and safety of all of those handguns. I mean, people make mistakes, right? Nobody's perfect. You could totally forget that you left a loaded handgun in your office, and all of a sudden, your little kid is going to grab that said loaded handgun. You may forget that there was a loaded magazine in there where you thought it was empty, but it's not. You get the idea. The more handguns you have, the more you have to keep grimy hands off of them, and the harder it is to do so. Now, collecting guns can be fun, but to me, I'm not a collector. Guns are tools that are made to be used and abused. The more guns you own, the harder it is to actually appreciate and enjoy each and every one of them for all of their pros and their cons. And it could lead to, let's call it, decision fatigue when you are trying to figure out or decide which one you're actually going to use. For instance, the next time you go to the range, imagine just taking one gun and not even thinking about it, as opposed to looking at 12 and trying to figure out which 3 you're gonna bring. This is all anxiety and stress that you just don't need when it comes to firearms. Now, what would I do differently if I can go back in time before I bought my first gun? Well, very simply, I would do this. Buy one compact size handgun and one AR-15 style rifle. That's all you need. Trust me, that's all you need. If you have an itch to buy another gun, do not do it. Buy ammo and training instead. I understand when you're just starting out, it feels like a waste of money, because you shoot away, ammo is just ammo, it goes away. A gun never goes away, you can have it forever, right? Your training you're gonna have forever as well, and ammo is a clear part of that. Start with that, run them both into the ground for thousands and thousands of rounds. They can handle it, you can handle it. That's the only way you're gonna get that really cool holster wear on the tip of the gun anyway. So put all your time and money into ammo and training. Another thing you should do is stick with one brand and roll with it, okay? If that's Glock, use Glock. If that's Smith & Wesson, use Smith & Wesson. That way you could use all the same magazines, a lot of the same holsters will be compatible with each different style gun. Just stick with one brand. They're all the same anyway. Let's be real here, guys. What is the difference between an M&P 2.0 compact and a Glock 19? Well, the difference is like the grip angle, and that's really about it. They shoot almost exactly the same. You will never notice a difference. It's silly to even argue any of these things, in my opinion, and it's a total waste of time. Another tip I have for you is to stick with one size round, and I would suggest 9mm. You knew what I was gonna say already. That way, you don't have to have 4 different ammo sizes all stocked up in your basement. You can just stock up big time for 9mm, and all of your handguns can shoot the same round. Keep it simple. Now, once you're proficient with that one handgun, you could then maybe add a subcompact or micro compact for, summer carry and things like that. For that, get extremely proficient, extremely effective and trained with that one gun. You will thank me later. Don't make the same mistake I did, having 9 different guns and being a master of none of them. I finally realized about a year or so ago that I should just stop worrying about shooting all these things and just shoot 1 or 2 and take the rest of my time and resources and money and put it into training and ammo. And I actually enjoy shooting again. I enjoy it. It was not that enjoyable picking out each different one, because every time I picked one up, it felt like it was the first time I'm picking it up, and that's what you want to totally avoid. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this. How many guns do you have, and how many of them do you actually shoot Or did you do it the right way and only pick up one, maybe two, and master those and get proficient on those right away? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you love this video, you'll also love my custom firearms related playlist. I'll put a link in the description box down below, as well as up in the corner here for you to check out. Also, let me know what you think about this new studio here. It's still a work in progress. I have some work to do. We are going to be making a reveal video of this this little studio gun room that I have here in my basement. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Definitely subscribe if you want to be notified when that video is coming out. Appreciate it as always, and I will see you next time.